welcome to Raw Chat, a very new channel, all about real people in the real world and real lives. Tonight I've got a very good friend of mine in. He's gonna do the very first interview. Now we're gonna do these interviews once a week. We're gonna bring real people in from various backgrounds, and we're gonna ask them the same or very similar questions every week. We're gonna have a quick fire round, and we're gonna have some more serious questions mixed with others. Steve? How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good, sir.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. I'm doing all right, yeah.
I'm just honoured to be the first person to try all this.
Well, I thought I'd get the best looking guy in Staffordshire here first.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Appreciate that.
That's me. That's me. I wasn't talking about me. But Steve's actually, he's 31 years old. He comes from Coventry.
I look a lot older, sorry.
Yeah, no, he's got good skin. I don't know. He's just modest. That's what it is. He also works in admin. He works for an insurance firm in admin. You love that job?
Yeah, I love it. It's what everyone should do.
Yeah.
I think there should be no university,
no
other trades.
Why do YouTube when you can be an insurance specialist?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's what you are. You're kind of like so experienced now, you're the man.
Yeah. Too experienced in admin in an insurance firm.
Do you reckon your co-workers would agree or disagree with that?
I think they would wholly agree, wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
Oh, they're going to give you grief for this, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
But we're going to warm up into this.
You make out like I have friends, to be honest. But...
yeah, I did say co-workers.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're going to go through some quick fire questions first, warm us into it, and then we'll go into the main questions. So,
right,
are you ready?
Yeah, looking forward.
Okay. By the way, Giggsy made me a lovely cup of tea. Really like it. Very nice. So... yeah, I'll let you have a little slip.
Just lubricating to get in the mood.
That's the way. So, okay, quick fire questions.
Let's go.
Films or books?
Films, because I can't read.
Horror or comedy?
Depends what mood I'm in, really, but I prefer to laugh, I think, so probably comedy.
Okay, people or pets?
Pets.
I know what you're going to say in this next one, by the way. Xbox or PlayStation?
Let me think about this one. Definitely PlayStation. I know you're on the other side, but...
yeah, definitely. 100%.
I think PlayStation.
Any Sony fans out there, I'm really sorry, but... not good, man. Not good. Just going back to people or pets. Why pets?
Why pets? Because, they're just loyal.
Yeah.
And they're just they love you unconditionally.
Yeah. Whereas people, you have to pay them. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. On insurance wage, I'm not sure you can afford them. I mean,
that's the reason why I'm not around people.
I like it. Okay, night in or night out?
Getting a bit older now, so probably a night in.
Red or white wine?
Definitely red.
Yeah, is there evidence for that, for being healthy for you?
So, there is, but probably not as much as I drink, a bit sometimes.
Yeah. Alcohol issues, dependence issues like yours. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, I like to have a good time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
with my pets.
It happens. I don't think we should go into that. That's something we definitely should not go into. Okay, not on this channel.
That's a separate issue.
Yeah. Beers or ciders?
I prefer beers.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Not a cider.
I used to have White Lightning when I was like 14 or something like that. But I think I've gained more of an acquired taste.
Yeah, I think that is a younger man. Well, I mean, some people wouldn't say that. But anyway, Conservatives or Labour?
Labour. Okay. Again, you're on that side.
I'm not going to mention that. Right? Winter or summer?
I think winter, because I think you can actually, if you're really cold, you can just stick layers on. Whereas if you're like ridiculously hot, you can't take your skin off.
Okay, well, I think you should perhaps go to Prague in February instead of me then. I think that's something.
Well, we can do if you want.
I bet you'd love to. Yeah. Okay.
There might be a chance of taking the tournament down if I go.
Well, yeah. Okay. We're not going to go there. We're not even going to think about talk about that. Okay, Indian or Chinese? Tricky one. You must like both of these. Then. You must really like both of these.
If I'm eating out, it'll be an Indian.
Oh, okay.
But if it's like a Sunday or something like that, I'd probably have a Chinese. But if I had to pick between them, Indian.
Oh, Indian comes top.
I prefer a curry, I think.
I like that. Tea or coffee?
Defo tea.
Knew the answer to that already.
Definitely.
Okay. Sex or chocolate?
One, I get a lot more of than the other. I'll leave it to your interpretation on which one it is.
Those curly, beautiful looks. I'm sure I know which one that is.
All the chocolates all over
definitely
me. You know what I mean? Like, but I would choose. You've got to choose sex, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Marvel or DC?
Marvel. I got a Marvel wallet.
Holidays, home or away?
I've spent, I don't know, the thing is, 2 of my best holidays, one was here and one was away.
Right. Okay.
So, I would probably pick home.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of holidays that I have had at home. But I prefer probably now to open up my horizons and go away.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So it sounds like a bit of both for you.
Well, a bit of both.
Yeah, a bit of both. Yeah. Looks or brains?
Brains.
Oh, brains. Okay.
Looks fade.
Yeah. True.
Sometimes you don't.
Very true.
Sometimes you don't have any looks to fade.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's true. True as well. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Okay.
As in to escape and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can be books or movies. Which would you prefer, fact or fiction?
I do like facts, like some factual stuff, like documentaries or even factual films. But I think I prefer fiction, as in sci-fi and like Marvel's basically fiction as well, stuff like that.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I believe all that. I believe it's all true.
It's all true.
Yeah, it's all true.
Thanos.
I'm not going to mention Team Thanos. I'm not gonna,
Team Thanos.
One day we will talk about this.
Wow.
Okay, Team Thanos. Birthday or Christmas?
I think that's a hard one because they're both special occasions, but I think I prefer Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a time that you get like everyone around rather than having it about you.
Yeah.
And I'm not really like everything about me, so I prefer it to be on other people as well.
But there's not enough candles anymore anyway.
Well, no, not for my birthday, to be fair.
Yeah, you need a fire extinguisher now. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Definitely.
Okay, atheist or believer?
I am a atheist.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, all-time favourite song?
It's probably the one that means the most to me. I don't know why, but it's probably "Chasing Cars" by Snow Patrol.
Oh,
because I'm just a big softie.
Oh, sweet.
Behind this hard as shell exterior.
All-time favourite film?
That's another hard one because I've watched so many films and I've enjoyed so many films.
Yeah.
But I think my favourite is The Matrix. The first one. Right. But I do like the whole collection as a whole. But
yeah, Matrix. Okay.
It's just when it came out, it was something completely different from whatever's been released before. It was just the amount of thought and effort that's gone into that film.
Oh, sounds like you like that one. Okay, usually late or early?
I am usually early.
Right.
I don't want to inconvenience anyone.
Oh, that's nice of you. You're sounding like a really nice guy, Steve. I'm just not sure about this right
now. Well, I'm in front of a camera now, so
you know what I mean? That's all good. Right, on to the main questions. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Now, some of these are quite jokey, so you'll be okay.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be okay. So, what do you think is your greatest achievement so far?
My greatest achievement?
Yeah.
Wow. It's hard to pinpoint any achievement that I made. No.
Something that's legal.
Something that's
legal, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to need another YouTube channel.
Yeah.
No, I reckon my biggest achievement so far would be still being alive.
just getting through life and staying alive.
Just surviving, feeding myself.
It's a big achievement.
Drinking, you know what I mean?
And surviving.
You got to hydrate.
Yeah, it's true.
Exercise.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I know how difficult it is for you.
Yeah, I know. But my biggest achievement, to be honest, is probably some of my achievements in poker. Like I won a trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Playing poker for free.
How did you do that? How did you do in that?
I came 7th out of the 100 people that we entered.
Okay. Well, so you were on the final table then? In Vegas?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I enjoyed it. Like Vegas was amazing.
What did you go out on then? What hand did you go out on?
I was, to be fair, I was low chipped, but I had.
Listen, we don't want to excuses. What hand did you shove all
I shoved from the small blind to the big blind with 2-3 offsuit, and they had 10. They were pot committed. They had 10-2, so I was dominated by 10-2.
Best hand.
And then I went out, and then I had an interview. To be fair, which basically makes me a professional interviewee.
Yeah. Professional interview. I like that. Yeah. Well, you do really well today.
Cheers. Thank you.
You're quite a nice person to interview. I could interview all night.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Too many compliments.
Yeah.
Like, I can't take it.
Well, there is whiskey in my tea.
That's the way I made it.
Right. Okay. If you could go back in time,
yeah.
What age would you go back to, and what would you tell yourself?
Ooh.
I think this is a great question. I think it's one of the best questions.
What age would I go back to? I would probably, in all honesty, I'd probably go back to the age of 18.
Oh yeah, long time ago.
Yeah. And I would tell myself to just fully concentrate on poker then.
Oh,
as in just totally commit.
Career
100%.
Career poker wise.
From when I was the youngest that you could possibly do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you said.
Well, I could have said gone back and cured world peace or anything. But
no, just go back.
But no, let's just go back. Just start poker early.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Well, it's all about you. So this is what it's about. It's about you. So, what would you say has been your lowest point in life so far?
My lowest ever point.
Yeah, your lowest point. You consider. Are you willing to?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I reckon it's probably when my dad was diagnosed with lung cancer.
Oh. Right.
Which luckily, because he smoked a lot to be fair, but luckily he ignored the doctor's advice initially of when he was spitting up like a bit of blood in his phlegm and stuff, saying that it was just a viral infection. Went back and they would just direct him to the hospital.
Right.
And then he got checked out and they said
and they've sorted him out.
Well, yeah, it was luckily they say like 70% of people that go in, it's usually too late for them because they don't notice, but
right.
They actually got it early enough just to cut like 2/3 of one of his lungs out,
and done the job.
And it's basically fine. Like he didn't need any other treatment or anything.
It's a really good job that he pushed that. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one obviously was probably my nan passing away.
Oh, right. How old was your nan then when she
was in her 70s.
70s, still in modern world, still quite young, really. 70s,
well,
if you think about it, you know.
Which I was really close with my nan, and we used to go around like at least twice a week when I was younger and stuff like that. And and that was probably one of the lowest points of my life, to be fair, with my nan.
Bloody hell, yeah. Sounds like you've seen some stuff with your dad in particular with the cancer and all. That's not an easy one. It seems to affect a lot of us, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. But my nan had breast cancer at the time as well and she had this degenerative lung disease, which got progressively worse, basically.
I see. Sorry to hear that.
No,
yeah, I didn't know that. It's something I didn't know about you.
No.
Yeah. Very much lighter note here. What would you give yourself out of 10?
Is there a minus figure that I can
go minus to? Figure? Don't start being all modest now.
No, I'm just trying to get I heard a couple of compliments from you, to be fair. I heard a couple, and I'm just trying to extract all I can get. Yeah. But no, I don't like doing things like this because there's so many ways you can rate yourself and stuff. I don't like rating, but I reckon
we could get Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know. I'm average. Probably about 7.
7. See, I don't class 7 as average. If I was doing 7 out of 10, I'm not going to tell you what to give me. You know, it's no number. No,
it's no number high enough.
No, right. But I think a 7 out of 10 is high. But you think 7 is like average?
Well, to me, to me 7 is average. I reckon. But if you're giving someone like an 8, that's good, and then 9 is like getting close to really good, and then 10's like perfect.
Well, I'd give you 7 gigs, you know.
Anyway, because in your scale.
Right. Well, moving on.
Okay.
When is the last time you cried?
Oh, I'm quite emotional, to be honest.
You're a bit of a crier.
Yeah, I'm a crier.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a man crying.
I give some examples of when I cry, which is like one of them. I cried in the cinema to Wreck-It Ralph.
You cried.
I cried at wait, twice.
So you watched Wreck-It Ralph more than once?
I cried at the cinema.
Oh, at the beginning. Same evening.
At the beginning, when it they showed a Pac-Man scene and it was just nostalgic, and I was with one of my ex-girlfriends at the time, and they were just laughing their head off at me because I was a bit of a wuss. But then all these kids turn around because she was laughing, and then they see me crying to Wreck-It Ralph, and they're like, "What are you crying at?"
Oh my god! And then but you cried twice.
Yeah, that was just because it was nostalgic. At the end, it was because he did some hero thing where he was like, "Game over." He's like, "Not for me," and then he ended up like saving people and stuff. So
see, when I cry, it's not. I don't really cry. It's something in my eye.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what I would have said at that point. Caught something in my eye.
Yeah, I usually see
especially crying at Wreck-It
Ralph. Try and poke your eye, like
although I'm not sure with animation.
Well, no, I've cried at the Green Mile, but I think everyone cries at the Green Mile.
No, that's a tearjerker.
No. Sure. But the last time I cried though,
Yeah.
Last time I cried. It was probably, I can't remember specifically the last time I cried, but it was probably at an emotional film or something. It's dead weird because sometimes I cry at things like that, like Wreck-It Ralph or The Good Dinosaur or something like that. But then there's times when
The Good Dinosaur, ladies and gents.
And then there's times when like real emotional things happen in like maybe real life or something, and then I just not even just dry, just the desert, no tears.
You just don't care.
You know, it's just it's to do with like cartoons.
Yeah. So you got empathy for stuff that's not real.
Yeah.
But if somebody gets run over by a bus in front of you, you're like, yeah, whatever.
Wow.
like screw you, that kind of thing. No.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't go that far. But basically, sometimes sad things happen, and I'm like, nothing happens. But I don't know. I'm quite an emotional person as it is anyway. Right? That's just how I am.
Oh, okay. Okay then. So, what would you say is the highest point in your life so far?
The highest point?
Yeah.
Meeting you, obviously.
Oh, mate, if I thought you meant that, I'd be really... You almost got something kind of twitching.
We've got something going on.
I'd say, yeah. You're going to see my last time I cried here any minute now. Bloody hell. So it's serious. That's not serious.
The high, it's hard to... It's like the lowest point as well. Like the lowest point is probably easier to identify.
Yeah.
But the highest point is... I'm hoping it hasn't come yet.
Right.
So you should always...
Yeah, but so far, what would you say?
So far, it's probably... Again, it's probably my achievements in poker. Like one time I went to the casino and put £100 on a cash table and come off with £2,000, or just over 2,000.
That's it, yeah.
And that's like in like one night, which I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
With myself, to be fair, but it probably is
definitely a high point in your career as poker, or like your poker play. It's got to be a serious high point in that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You've seen your poker progress in that way.
Yeah. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and it's something that I really like doing.
Yeah. Because from what I've heard, from what I've seen, you're quite consistent on the circuit. You're quite consistently in the numbers. So it's pretty good.
I think you can. It's just consistency is the key with poker. Like you can, as long as you keep going and keep regularly. You don't have to win all the time as long as you keep regularly cashing.
Yeah.
Or keep regularly playing and improving your game and improving yourself and analysing yourself.
Yeah.
Then there's no reason why you can't progress.
Yeah.
And get better. But you have to be super hypercritical about yourself as well. Yeah. Like you always have to discuss it.
So, ladies and gents, watch his space. Future professional poker player right here. Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Make sure he doesn't send me a postcard. I want a ticket to Malta or something like that. Yeah.
Well, not unless you do well in this.
Oh yeah, maybe. You never know. You never know. This channel might take off. Yeah. Well, with you being the first one, we may just get subscribers like through the roof. Okay, right. So a nice question. I like this question.
Yep.
When was your first kiss? And can you say who? You don't have to say who, but can you say who?
Do family?
We're a modern channel, by the way. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Family members don't count, right?
Family members are not allowed to be spoken about. I don't mean a kiss on the cheek from your mum, like that. So your first kiss.
My first ever proper kiss.
Yes, and can you say who?
My first ever proper kiss was when I was 11.
Oh.
And that was a girl called Sam Ashby.
11. Wow.
And that was like the first proper snoggy kiss.
That's an early.
I think I might have been 12.
I come from a totally different area than you lot.
Well, I'm from Coventry, and
Okay, so that's all for you Coventry lot there.
Yeah, but to be honest, that was at a place called Fresh, I think it was called, where it was like it was like a nightclub, but for kids. So they didn't serve any alcohol or anything there or anything like that. They just had like a disco on basically, and then they like served water, or you paid a couple of quid to get in.
So you just probably gone into secondary school.
Yeah, I was in secondary school. I was in year 7 or 8.
Right. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll let you off a little bit then. What is your favourite childhood memory? And I don't mean your first kiss in this vlog. Okay.
My favourite childhood memory.
Yeah.
Wow. I've got it. It's when my parents on Christmas, they did like a treasure hunt around my nan's house, and basically at the end of this treasure hunt, when they give you like pieces of paper and stuff, and you go around to different rooms, and they say, "I'll give you clues and stuff like that." I think I got a Mega Drive, so it was like a proper chest, like a plastic.
Wow, you're
chest thing.
showing your age now.
Yeah,
Mega Drive.
yeah,
wow.
and they got me a Mega Drive, and I was like so chuffed when I got this Mega Drive.
Yeah.
But the other time that actually that's a good
memory.
memory.
Treasure hunt to find the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think that's one of the good memories about that. But I think the best ever Christmas present I ever had was a PlayStation 1.
Wow.
And that was like my mum. You know, the night before you can literally open one present, like you can open on 12 o'clock on Christmas Eve or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And they were just winding me up and saying that they've got me a CD player and stuff like that.
Right.
Which technically they were being correct because it plays CDs as well.
Yeah.
Well, I opened one specific present because it was quite big, and it was a rack of CDs.
Right.
And then I just started, me being emotional, obviously it started bursting out in tears.
Right.
Because I was bursting out because I thought, they've got me a CD player because they got me a CD rack. Didn't even put two and two together.
Right.
And basically the next day I opened it and it was a PlayStation 1, and I was like the happiest person on the planet that I got this PlayStation.
I suppose it's really nice that your parents kind of made the effort with the treasure hunt and stuff like that. You might need to just go a little bit near the mic. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I mean that's really nice. I like that. Your parents were making that effort. It's really sweet.
Yeah, but
it's a good memory to have.
Yeah,
I like that.
We always sometimes they would just do treasure hunts just for a laugh around the house or whatever, just to try and entertain me or something.
Yeah.
But
oh, you need a lot of entertaining. Only child and all that.
Yeah, only child.
Okay, so
I'm a good only child, though, I think.
Oh, yeah. You're good luck. So, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Pretty broad years there, but 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years.
Goes quick as you get older.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping
5 years does not seem like 5 years.
I'm hoping to obviously elaborate on the poker thing to take that to the next level where I can actually be sufficient, self-sustained. Yeah, playing
as a living.
To be honest, I would be the happiest person on earth if I could literally just have the minimum amount plus probably, I don't know, just a tiny bit more.
So just enough so you could go play poker and earn enough to live on.
Yeah.
You don't want the riches.
No, well, to be honest, obviously as you play and you gain money and stuff like that. You're probably gonna. That will probably come with it. The thing is, I'm not about that. I'm about doing that for a living.
Yeah, good.
And then obviously you've got to accumulate money to do that, or else you can't.
So next 5 to 10 years, we'll have you back on. We'll see where you're at.
We'll see if I'm
might
still in admin.
WSOP watch.
Yeah. Oh, that would be brilliant. If
WhatsApp watch.
If I got a WhatsApp bracelet, it'd be amazing.
Yeah,
honestly,
For you guys who don't know what WhatsApp watch, have a look at it. Look up WSOP. And you'll see what that's about. It's all to do with poker, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the best holiday you've ever had, and why?
This is two. There's two. There's one, like I said, mentioned earlier. There's one at home and one away. Mm-hmm. The one at home was when I was 9.
Yeah.
And that was at Barry Island.
Barry Island.
Which was honestly it was the best holiday I've had. They had their version of what you would call like blue coats and stuff.
Yeah.
But they had red coats in like Butlins, but they had blue coats, and that was called Majestics.
Right.
And it was honestly they had absolutely everything. Like they catered for kids, adults. The food was amazing. The entertainment was amazing. Went to pantomimes there and stuff, and then they held I think loads of competitions for kids, adults, and you could win free holidays. Like pool competitions, table tennis competitions, dart competitions, everything. Would you say you're quite competitive? I like competing, but I like competing. I've always done it. I did karate when I was younger, and I've always done something to try and compete. Either play pool or play football or anything like that. And I like competing, but I'm the kind of person where if I lose and they beat me, I go well done. Yeah, basically. Yeah. And, you're a good sport. Yeah. But I like winning as well. So if I win, then
I don't get if us want to lose, but as long as you're a good sportsman when you do.
Yeah.
You know, and at your age, you're going to lose a lot more, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
like my hair.
I wasn't going to mention
like
that.
my hair.
I wasn't going to mention the hair.
I'll get in there first.
All right, you know. Okay, what's your... I guess I kind of know the answer to this one.
What?
What's your biggest passion so far? Oh, it's biggest passion right now?
Biggest passion, again, poker.
Yeah, gotta be. Yeah. Well, I suppose if you're gonna make it in 5 to 10 years, you need that.
Like I said, I've always been competitive, especially like poker helps in this regard as well. Like when I was younger, I did karate. Did all right. It came like second in a national competition and stuff. So I was really passionate about karate.
Yeah.
And I think that just transcends then to anything else that you want.
That kind of motivation and drive to do it because you need it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's good.
And poker's like the same thing where it's competitive and you always try to beat your opponents.
There's absolutely no reason you can't make it. If you've got that much drive, there's no reason you can't make it in anything you want to do. So I think there's pretty much in 5 to 10 years we may be talking, you may be doing it for full time.
Yeah.
No reason you can't.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. But it's like anything, and if you put the amount of effort in, if you correct the mistakes and things like that, then you end up getting to where you want to get to.
Yeah,
I'm a big believer of that. If you got enough drive, I believe anyone can achieve whatever they want to.
I've got a bit of a tricky question for you now.
Yep.
It's very tricky for you. Not for everybody. What's your best skill and why?
My best skill.
I did say, ladies and gents, this would be. You can hear the cocks turning right now.
Wow. Best skill.
Best skill.
I think it's.
You're not allowed to mention poker.
No. That's not what I would probably say. Yeah. I would say it's probably.
In 5 or 10 years, you might.
I would say it's probably being empathetic.
Well, I don't know. Is that a skill? Is that a skill? I think you have. I mean, personally, from knowing you, I think you've got a lot of empathy for sure. Yeah. The fact that you cry at a cartoon kind of says you have got some empathy, even though not necessarily real. But yeah. But I think an actual skill.
Okay,
what do you reckon?
Probably social skills then.
Social skills? Yeah, no, that's pretty. Yeah,
probably
definitely. I would agree with that.
Yeah. I
Very
think
sociable person.
I prefer to get on with people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I prefer people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
that's good. Yeah.
In any way, and
that's a good skill to have. And you can't undersell that skill. That's a better skill than a lot of people who have careers do stuff. That's a good skill. So, yeah, very good. No, I like that. Okay, have you ever met anyone famous, and did you talk much to them? You did. I like this.
I met the lead singer of Slipknot.
Okay.
I used to work on.
Are you actually a Slipknot fan as well?
Not really.
Right. Okay. So you didn't go Gaga then?
No. To be honest, I've met. There's people that I have met that are famous, and to be honest, I'm the kind of person where I treat everyone the same.
Yeah.
So, to me, celebrity is just like a word that I can't really relate to.
Right.
So it's like I prefer to treat him like how I would treat everyone else.
Yeah. Did you have a chat with him then?
No, but basically there was the lead singer of Slipknot, which he came to my ice cream van because I worked on the ice cream when I was younger, around the country on shows and festivals.
Okay.
And he came to my ice cream van with Kerrang Radio.
Yeah.
And they basically got me on live on the radio. It was just like firing back and forward questions. That's another time of an interview.
There you go. Yeah, maybe that should be your future career, be an interview.
Just be an interview.
I know. Yeah.
And then
maybe not sending a bill for this one.
So they were just firing questions back and forward. And he was in a big, massive dress, like a woman's dress or something like that.
Is it? I'm not going to say a word here. This could be derogatory. So
no, he was
part of the show.
I'm assuming it was. I'm not sure. I didn't get it really, but they just went, "Oh, can we have free ice creams at the end of it?" And I was like, "Yeah,
must have been some kind of banter joke." I'm not going to say anything else about that. Okay.
And I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, sure." And then, and the other time I played a Coventry City player who played for Coventry Football Club at the time when they were in like the Championship or something.
Oh yeah.
At Poole, because he was in a local pub because his girlfriend. He was on loan at Coventry, but then his girlfriend lived in Coventry at the time.
Oh.
And I just played him at pool.
Did you ask for the autographs of any?
No. Like I said, I'm not really. I would treat him like I would treat anyone else.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't ask for their autographs or anything like that because
Yeah.
it doesn't. I'd rather get to know them than
Yeah.
their celebrity. They're part of them being a celebrity.
Yeah. No, that's nice. What did you think of both of them? You think they were both good guys?
No, they were alright. Like both of them were quite down to earth. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really speak much to the Slipknot person. He just went, "Cheers, mate." Like as in, thank you.
I think
like,
you find most of them are not what the persona portrayed in the media. Most of them are pretty good, aren't they?
Probably not. They're just like people like you and me at the end of the day.
Of course they are. Okay, so what are you most proud of? Yourself. So proud of me.
I don't know. What am I most proud of?
Yeah, what are you most proud of?
That's a hard question. That is a hard question. Like, it's something that you're most proud of. Like,
Deep. It's deep. Man.
It's deep.
Deep. Deep question.
Don't
Don't be looking at the other questions. I should remember.
I'm proud of not looking at that sheet.
Yeah.
No,
you wanted to move on to the next one. It's too hard.
No, I think it just echoes back to it's probably actually coming second in the national competition at karate when I was younger.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's just a good thing.
I've got things like I've got a degree, but at the end of the day, I just think that.
What's your degree in? I think I know this.
Business studies. I just think with things like you should be proud to a certain extent of getting a degree and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because you have achieved something.
Whether you've used it or not, it's an achievement. So it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's just I think I'm more proud of the fact that I came second in like a national tournament when I was like 12 or something, because that was like out of not many people.
Fair enough. That's a very nice thing to be proud of. Hey, I guess your parents were very proud of you as well at the time.
Yeah. My dad came with me everywhere, like to all the tournaments and stuff. And
he's a good lad.
Yeah.
So, what's the craziest thing you have ever done?
The craziest thing?
Yeah.
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not that crazy of a person.
No, ladies and gents, right? He's saying he's not that crazy. I've known him 6 years, something like that. Coming up to 7 years, maybe. Is it that long?
2012.
2012.
Six.
God, it flies by, doesn't it?
6 and a bit years.
And I could name a couple. Right off the top of my head. And one in particular.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So what's the craziest thing you've ever... I can't believe you were blanking that out.
No, I literally completely forgot, so I probably did actually blank it out of my head.
Yeah.
Probably for my own sanity.
Yeah.
But, I fell into a canal when I had a few too many to drink one night.
Just to give you a quick brief of this so we don't take too long. He actually walked into my house at early hours in the morning, stupid o'clock in the morning. Walked completely the wrong direction first.
It would usually take about probably 15-minute walk
if
to your house. If
probably a mile. No, not even that. Half a mile.
Yeah,
half a mile, something like that from my house. From my house to where he was. Ended up walking 9 miles the wrong way.
Yeah.
And
I still eventually found your house.
You did. Yeah. To be fair. You might as well have walked to Dumfries, though. I mean, it was clear. And fell in the canal on the way round. I mean, he was very lucky he didn't get hurt. To be fair, we laugh about it now. But he's very lucky not to get it.
Yeah,
I came round to my house, didn't you? What did you say when you come to the door?
I can't remember. What did I say?
You went, mate, I fell in the canal. I couldn't help but wet myself. At the same time as getting you a towel.
To be honest, I would have got to yours faster, but I don't think anyone was...
If you'd have had
I don't think anyone wanted to pick me up while I was putting my thumb out, like covered in...
Just take a canal boat with you next time. Or a rubber ring, maybe, or something like that. You could just swim. Past my house, that'd be great.
I know, but that's probably the unwittingly, unwanted crazy thing that I did, basically.
Now this next question. Go on, sorry, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to describe, what actually kind of happened as I went into the canal. It's dead weird, because I was dead calm.
Yeah.
I was just, I slid in, because I just fell over it initially, and then slid down the bank, because it was dead, dark.
Yeah.
Around, where the canal was at the time. It was early hours in the morning. And I went under, it down all the way to the bottom because it was pretty deep.
So your head went in.
So I went all the way under.
Not even like a small fall.
No, not even like a little bit.
It's a proper fall in.
Yeah, and then got to the bottom and was dead calm for some reason. And I was just better get out of here. And then it just ended up floating back to the top.
Right.
And then tried to crawl up.
Yeah.
Couldn't because it was too high, the bit where it was.
So you're having issues when you're in it.
Went back down again and thought, oh dear. better come back out again. And then went back up again, and then managed to crawl out, and then I actually stood in like a telephone box for about half an hour. Thinking, dry off. Yeah, and I was just freezing.
And not the same as it used to be.
What telephone boxes?
Not like the red ones where you could, be Superman and get changed.
I think it genuinely was a red one actually, like a proper old style red telephone box. Which
you should have been alright. You could have stayed the night.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about it. I was actually standing there going, "I'm too cold. I better go."
I can't believe you walked that far out of the way, mate. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it wasn't my finest moment in life.
You should have got some footage of that. I mean, definitely.
Yeah. As I went under, I should have gone selfie.
Yeah, selfie. Why not? Did your phone survive?
I think it did for a bit.
Wow.
I think it actually did for a bit. I don't know how. I managed to lose everything else.
Wow.
Apart from my keys.
That's unbelievable. I really like that story. I reckon next time we definitely should have a bit of footage of that. That'd be good.
Well, I'm hoping there's not going to be a next time, to be honest.
Now this next question. I'm going to change it a little bit. It's basically, if you could only keep 5 possessions, what would they be? But I think it should be 3, personally. So, if you could only keep 3 possessions, what would they be?
If I could keep any 3 possessions that I have?
Only 3.
Only 3.
Don't forget, you find it hard enough to survive. So,
I'm
be careful what you pick.
I'm quite minimalistic.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that many possessions.
Okay. Quite easy to select then.
Yeah.
What
I think it's like the opposite, whereas like I have so few possessions
right.
that I don't know what to select.
You've only got 3 possessions, so you don't really need to make a choice.
I think one of them would be PlayStation 4, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the other one.
Right, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the other one would be. I've got some poker trophies at home.
Poker trophies.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Things that I've like won from like the pub league or whatever.
Stuff that kind of you feel important because of achievements.
Yeah, just because I've achieved something. And the other one would be my karate trophies.
Right.
Which I won like when I was.
So that's 2
years ago.
One more.
PlayStation 4.
Oh, PlayStation 4. Okay. Fair enough. All right. If you were to add 2 more to that, if there was 5 possessions, what would the 2 you'd add?
So 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. If you were to 5, I think 5's too many. But go on, let's give you the other 2.
Do clothes count? I need to wear clothes.
Yeah, you'll be dressed. I mean, all you need is underwear to survive. Just so nobody spots you.
I don't know because I don't really have that many more possessions to keep.
So
like, if I did, like they would be like personal possessions that someone has actually given me.
Yeah.
Like my dad's given me a couple of little things which mean a lot to him.
Yeah. That's nice.
Like, which he thinks that he treasures, so I keep them because he's treasured it.
Do you think there's a picture maybe you might keep, or do you have it? I don't know if you have many pictures.
I don't usually have pictures.
No,
if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Just because I like to probably experience things.
Right.
But honestly, I get what pictures look like. You literally have them to remind you of what you've done.
Yeah. Of course,
but I'm not really a picture person.
Right.
But yeah.
It sounds like you had 3 or 4. 3 or 4 would be what? 3 or 4 items, and that'd be your lot.
Yeah, there's like I said, I'm quite minimalistic anyway.
And obviously, some clothes to wear.
Well, yeah, some clothes.
You gotta stay warm.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm dressed, not naked.
Yeah, so it'd be the things that my basically my dad and my mum. There's a couple of things and like little trinket things that are in my drawer because and they will just remind me of my dad, not because of the actual things, but because it meant a lot to him.
That's nice. You're very family oriented. You do care about your parents, and that's good.
Yeah, of course.
It's good, very good. Okay, right. What teacher or any person in your life has had the most impact on you, and why?
Wow. There are a couple. One of them is gotta be my karate teacher when I was younger. His name's Sensei Margaret. He basically karate helped shape me, like for commit to stuff and basically.
So he didn't just
keep
teach
you in a routine.
Moves,
it's not just the moves and stuff like that.
They're more about values.
Values and how to be as a person and stuff like that. And I think being in that kind of routine where you're sticking to something all the time as well helps you with committing to certain things that you want to commit to and give you that drive and help you achieve what you want to achieve. So yeah, they probably would be one of the main teachers that have helped me in my life. And helped me get into where I want to be, or eventually get to where I want to be. The other one that I could think of was probably a teacher called Mr. Patterson, which he was in my primary school, and he was just fun. He was hilarious. He was just really funny, and he was just a nice bloke that basically made your lessons really fun.
Right. So you think them too?
Yeah.
You're pretty greedy.
No,
no, that's good. That's good. You got two good influences in your life, and for two different reasons as well. Because I gather, with him being quite fond of the teacher, the karate instructor was probably more disciplined.
Yeah, definitely. So it's like kind of
two sides of the same coin.
Two sides of the coin, basically. So I think you need that.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would help. Okay, if you won the lottery, what would you do first, or what would you do if you won the lottery?
What would I do if I won the lottery? As a kid, I always had these ideas of, I had a dog, and I always wanted like a whole swimming pool for my dog, and stuff like that. And I think as you get older, you basically become more practical. Like afterwards, before you were like, oh yeah, I want the biggest mansion on the planet and stuff like that. But I think I would literally buy a house, but I would just buy something that's comfortable.
Easier to clean, so small.
Well, yeah. You might get a cleaner. I'm not sure, but it's. I think because I'm literally like single at the minute, and I don't need anything that's massive or. I've got no kids or anything, so.
Just keep small house.
Yeah, just buy a house, go on holiday. Probably go Vegas again because I absolutely loved Vegas. So yeah, I would probably go there, and then I'll probably still live at yours. After that, just buy the property, and then just do that.
If you guys don't know, he actually rents a little converted garage off me.
Wow, yeah.
We call it the bungalow or the cottage.
Guest house.
And the guest house, the guest house. Very nice. It keeps him away from us, which is always good.
My own little independence, but then I've still got people.
Yeah, he's still got people that don't want to talk. I mean, I want to talk to him, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but it's all good. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I like that. Would you treat anybody in particular to anything? And I'm not hinting at for me, but in general,
that is a loaded question.
Would you
take me to Malta? Like, that's what
you're willing to. That's an offer. I love Malta, as you know. So
yeah, I would obviously. You would do the normal stuff like you make sure your own security is like there first, like your house, car, and then you go on holiday and stuff like that. But then you would obviously do things, donate money to charity, sort your family out, sort your friends out. And
so it just stands to reason that to you. That just stands to reason them things.
Yeah, of course.
It just seems like an obvious thing you would do.
Yeah, definitely. I think anyone that's there for you when you're poor, I think you should be there for them either way. Like, it doesn't matter if you're poor or rich or anything like that. Like, you should just be there for people that you care about.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Don't forget me then when you win the lottery then, will you? Okay.
Same can be saying about you.
Yeah, that's it. Have you ever been arrested, and can you say what for? I think you should be arrested. No, I'm joking. Go
on. I've never been arrested myself.
No.
Like, as in, I haven't done anything
to
cause me being arrested.
Right.
To be honest, I'm pretty good.
You're just a good boy. So you've never really been in trouble with the police?
No, I haven't really caused any disturbances or try not to.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing for my cottage. My converted carriage. Guest house. Sorry, guest house. Okay, what are you most afraid of?
This answer was so easy if you asked me about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. What was you most afraid of 2 or 3 years ago?
Well, it's probably the same, to be honest. It's probably dying.
Just dying. In general.
Dying. Just.
Okay.
I've always been.
I don't want to mention it's getting closer and closer. It's getting older. Ever decreasing circle. Okay. Well, okay, fine. We're not going to go there.
Well, okay. No, I reckon that's probably a biggest fear of like a lot of people, as in because of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen in life. Yeah. But actually, physically now, and what I am actually scared of, which is a bit unconventional, but I'm actually absolutely terrified of motorways.
Right. Okay.
Like, I just absolutely hate even being a passenger on a motorway.
Yeah. But you drive now, don't you?
Yeah, I drive
As a driver or passenger, you're scared.
Yeah, well, I drive on like a dual carriageway now and stuff on the way to work, and I'm getting better.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't know what. It's just a completely irrational fear.
Well, I mean, I personally, I don't think it's irrational. I mean, I don't fear much on the road. I've been driving a long time, but I think, if you're afraid, it might keep you a bit safer. If you've got to be cautious. So I don't think it's irrational. I think it's perfectly rational fear.
It's dead strange because going on trains or planes or anything like that, I'm completely fine with. Yeah. Like, it's just actually going on like a motorway. I just end up.
Well, we're all scared of something. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm quite scared of spiders as well, but they're not to the same extent.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are, so it's alright, don't worry about that. Okay, so a nice little question for you here. What feels like love to you?
Wow.
Don't cry at this.
I
can put an animation on for you at the same time as ask you this, and then
there might be a few tears.
Yeah.
What is love to me? Love to me, I reckon, is a combination of that feeling that you get when you're really deeply emotionally connected to someone.
Yeah, that's love to you.
As in, when you're really deeply committed, you wouldn't even think about anyone else, and you would literally just want to be with them forever.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you can obviously everyone makes mistakes and stuff, so
that feels like love to you. Okay. So what do you think? This is a good lead to this actually, because what do you think is your strongest personal quality? Now, this is something you mentioned before, I think.
Yeah, my own personal strength is probably my social skills. Yeah, probably getting on with people. That's
your best personal quality. You think?
I think so. I just want in an ideal world, I want everyone to get on. Or feel comfortable, or even to the extent of even if I would even kind of suffer because of it. Yeah. As in, I would probably feel a bit of negative, so other people can feel positive.
Right. Okay. That's selfless. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
I would just. That's just the way I am. Basically, that's what I prefer.
Okay. Right. I might have already heard this, but what has been your most embarrassing moment in your life so far? Your most embarrassing moment. Okay.
Right. How long have we got?
Well, you can pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one.
I don't know if I should say this one. I don't think you even know this.
Oh, God, we've got it here. But that seemed to spring to whatever it is. It sprung to mind straight away.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
So, this is definitely
it. When I was in secondary school.
Okay.
As you go through all the normal stuff that you go through when you're in secondary school. Yeah. I was in a dance lesson, and we were doing these moves where you line up a couple of people and then line up a couple of people that walk towards each other. Yeah. In kind of just having swagger and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm liking the sound of this. Just build up. Already, I'm kind of filling in the gaps.
Yeah, and and as literally one of the times that we were practicing it, something happened. Yeah, where let's just say you were pitching a tent, basically.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that. Yeah. Right, okay.
And I didn't really notice. It weren't anything. It weren't anything particular or specific at the time. It was just literally, you've got all your hormones going through you when you're in secondary school and stuff like that. And then ended up walking towards them like that when it was. And it was like that. And then they basically everyone that was in front of me just burst out laughing. They could and just went to the floor and were just laughing their head off.
And did you not try to hide it at all?
I don't naively.
Or was you actually proud?
No, naively, I didn't think I even noticed it.
You didn't even know. You just thought this is normal. Walk around with you.
No, but I just thought it was a normal state to be. I don't know.
Is there anything in particular you had a twinge in you and drove it?
No, honestly, everyone was saying that afterwards. It must have been something. It was no, seriously, it just.
One of them things
happened.
Just a change of wind direction. I mean, how old were you?
I was about 13.
Oh, 13.
Something like that.
Yeah, change of wind direction.
Yeah, anything. But
a door opening. I mean,
and now I have the most embarrassing moment.
I like that.
on
I like
here.
that. Yeah, I like that. I'm hoping we get a lot of subscribers from this now. I could spread the word about Giggsy's.
If that gets you a lot of subscribers, I would question your fan base. But but at the end of the day, if it works for you, it's fine.
Maybe I had a different problem to that, but that's another story. So, name a skill you'd like to learn and why. We're actually getting quite close to the end of this. Actually, you've got about 5-7 questions left. So
name a skill I would like to learn. I would love to learn. I went for a stage where I wanted to learn everything, absolutely everything, like before. And I just thought I wanted to do just random stuff. Like went to any single kind of like cooking class or whatever. I just wanted to learn everything. But now a specific skill that I would like to learn would literally be. It would literally be anything. Like I wouldn't mind. Like, to be honest, I've had manual labour jobs. Yeah. But I'm not like I weren't really interested in kind of manual labour jobs or anything like that. So I probably want to learn more skills to do with that. So probably more DIY things or like how to put a picture up.
But you could speak for that stuff, isn't you?
Well, yeah, but I could. Yeah, I should learn how to do it myself.
No, but I'll teach you how to do it. I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, like specific things like I don't know, life skills, anything that would.
Well, you did say you're struggling to get through a day.
But to be honest, I think it would be drawn back to poker again. The main skill that I would probably want to learn.
You'd want to get better at.
I want to master that, and then learn everything else in life.
You're hitting your target. You know what direction you want to go anyway, so that's good. That's really, really good.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for it to hopefully escalate and move for the levels.
Okay. This is quite an interesting question, actually. I think if you could go back to any event to witness it firsthand, what would it be and why? Any event you want.
Any event in the whole history
of mankind,
life.
Yes. I suppose even before mankind.
It would literally be like the earliest part we can get to know what created the universe or what created us. Yeah. Because no one knows. Like. Yeah.
I think we have a fairly good.
Yeah, like
I'm kind of on the position of that. I think we have a fairly good idea.
What, like as in evolution and stuff like that?
Well, evolution, research, just science and
just a definitively no.
Yeah, a definitive answer.
Just so there's like no question.
There's clearly sometimes gaps. Sometimes it's just kind of people arguing the case. We haven't got the evidence because it's not here. So yeah, I guess I can see what you mean. Yeah, I'd probably be the same. I can see why. Yeah. Doesn't do you any good though, because it's still ever.
I know. You'll literally come back and I'll be like, "Well, what's he on?" Like,
what does it matter?
And, you know, I'm not going to believe him. He's just one person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, no, good answer. Good answer. I like that. How would you say your friends would describe you?
Well, I could just ask you.
A animation films.
I don't have to answer this one. You can just say, you know what I mean? Like, but
well, I don't know. I mean, a friend.
Bit of a strong word there.
Yeah. No, go on.
What
would you say your friends would say?
I would say, is it one word or is it like?
No, I suppose it doesn't have to be one word. Just what would you think? I mean, one word would probably be best.
It's really hard to. It's really hard to say like without sounding like a bit of an idiot, but.
I know what I would say. Oh no, I did straight away. But I won't tell you that right now. Let's see what you say first. I want to influence your answer.
I think they would say just a nice guy.
Oh my god. Do you know what you've just done? That were the exact words I was just going to say. You're a nice guy.
I think that's what you would say.
I would definitely say that. That was what was in my mind. As soon as you just said it, I thought, wow.
Funny. Sometimes.
No, let's not a nice guy. I mean, this is the guy, ladies and gents, that takes 3 days to be witty on Facebook. So, go on.
It's true, but I still am. I'll still eventually become witty. Like it just takes time.
True.
Just
I mean, it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Right.
Maybe funny. I mean, it's good.
Maybe intelligent. Is that pushing it a bit too far?
I think we'll stick with nice guy.
Yeah, there we go. I peaked at nice guy.
You peaked there.
Peaked.
Okay, so. Just see where we're at here. Hang on 2 seconds. what have you only recently formed an opinion about? This is a good question as well, I think. So what have you only just recently formed an opinion about?
You're asking some difficult ones here.
It's good, man. It's good. I like
what...
these questions. I mean, because they're pretty straightforward, pretty short, but pretty straight. And I think,
I've only recently formed an opinion.
Yeah, something that you've only recently formed an opinion about. What do you reckon?
It's hard to express because, like with me, with opinions and stuff like that, I basically usually I would take information
at the time.
At the time, and then I would basically you do your research or whatever, or and then I try to be fair with things like with opinions, because you can't just take every single thing.
Yeah, I've got to be careful. You don't
fact
form an opinion too soon because you will.
Yeah.
But then, like you say, you
do get that initial...
Yeah, you've got that initial thing where you formed an opinion about it, but then you might go look into it more.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's dead important.
With my opinions, it's like, sometimes you do have fixed opinions, but they're usually fluid. A bit like how I play poker and stuff like that. It's just, everything, nothing is fixed.
No.
As in...
No, I mean, I guess with that, you don't mean that you'll change your mind.
No.
But you're
I'm not
open
flaky.
to...
It's just, I'm open to any other information.
You're open to new information.
Or anything that would change my initial opinion.
Yeah, your position on it.
Yeah. I'm not really rigid when it comes to opinions.
Yeah.
But the most recent thing to form opinions on, I can't really answer it. I don't really know what I've formed an opinion on recently.
I found it a lot easier because it just seems to be so much more out there.
Yeah.
These days, partly through the internet and partly through other things, I find there's more to have an opinion of now than ever before. And there's new things being created. I'm not going to go into them here, but there is, I think. So you don't think there's anything that springs to mind now that maybe you've heard about, like you would say you've formed an opinion on?
Not really.
No.
It probably has a reflection on me as a person. It's like, this person does not have opinions. Like,
you just don't care. You don't care about the world.
No, I just can't think of anything specifically that I would go, oh yeah, that's that, or that's that. Right. And I think that's the reason why I've kind of explained my thought process on the opinion. Unless I could probably...
Well, we'll come back in 5 or 10 years, see where you are, Poke, and see where your opinions have changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's good, that's good. So, what game or movie universe would you like to live in forever? So, what game or movie universe would you like to live in forever? If you had the choice.
The game or movie universe?
Yes. Game or movie universe. Can be any game, any movie. The universe that's created in there. What would be your favourite one? What would you go into? And you'd live there forever.
I would live there forever.
Yeah.
It would probably be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie the Chocolate Factory, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because just all that.
We mentioned chocolate and sex earlier.
And and
you've now picked chocolate. Now you picked chocolate.
Yeah, okay. But it probably, if I'm going to live somewhere forever, you're going to live in Charlie, and you're going to live in his Willy Wonka's factory, aren't you?
It's a pretty closed off area. I mean, would you not? I mean, I'm not sure I would ever get sick of chocolate, if I'm honest. But just,
have you seen the river of chocolate?
What does that take you for? I mean,
you can eat it.
Yeah. But you're going to just be there. Quite a hefty weight, full of chocolate, in a building that...
This sounds like heaven.
It sounds like heaven. Okay, no, that's fair enough. That's your thing. Yeah, I've just formed an opinion. Anyway,
but no, the other one is probably it would probably be the Matrix.
The Matrix.
It's because if you're in the Matrix, and you manage to bribe an agent or something like that, then you can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like anything.
To be fair.
Like you can create, they would create your own world, whatever you want.
Why not live in ignorant bliss and happy?
So basically, if it was me, they would just create Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 50 times over.
Yeah. So you could just be in there. Although you could already be in the Matrix. Not the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, you could only be in the Matrix. I don't know which is more believable.
No, but I would probably, serious answer, I probably would be in the Matrix because they could give you whatever you wanted. Yeah. Like, as in, whatever I wanted at the time.
You could do that.
I could just be like, I want...
Fair enough.
I want the perfect poker career, the perfect wife. Not the perfect wife, but like the perfect family life or whatever.
You better have a treadmill in the chocolate factory if you go there.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, So, what's the most heartwarming thing you have ever seen? The most heartwarming thing you've ever seen. I like this question. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one too.
The most heartwarming thing I've ever.
Life is harsh, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see something nice. And what in your lifetime? What's the most heartwarming thing you've seen?
The most heartwarming thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. It's usually like with heartwarming stuff. It's usually to do with children, like because they think so innocently, and stuff like that. But it was one thing that I seen on TV, where it was this black kid and this white kid,
right,
and it was somewhat to do with like the black kid was feeling out of place or something, or like so he had to shave his he had to have his head shaved or something for some reason.
Right.
Okay.
Don't recognise the film.
No, it's true. Like it's based. It's a true story. And the kid basically like he shaved his head at the same time because to show like solidarity like to say like because I think people like what some of the kids might have been taking the mick out of him because he shaved his head or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. So he shaved his head and he says, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've done it for solidarity. Is it that
particular scene where he's showing solidarity? That's kind of...
It was...
That's what the art was.
I think it was like on a news channel or something like that in America or something. Okay. And they were...
Yeah. Like, I see. Yeah, I see.
Presenting it and stuff.
Right, okay.
So it's kids, like, it's mainly to do with kids because they're dead innocent and they see things dead innocently.
Yeah.
Like, as in, as we grow up as adults, we're like, kind of become prejudiced or like certain people do or have prejudices and stuff like that, which is in my opinion completely wrong. Like I don't think you should.
No.
But with kids, they're just innocent. They see how it is. And it doesn't.
We kind of get desensitized to stuff as we get older. We experience more hardship, some more than others, and real struggles.
Yeah.
And then I think the kids. I mean, that sounds like that kid went through quite a lot. And it's a nice moment that you can see that another child would show solidarity because, we can all be selfish and no offence to children, but kids can be pretty selfish and mean sometimes. And I think the reason you probably found that so nice, that's what I think, is because it's another child actually showing empathic behaviour to another child.
Yeah,
it's really nice, isn't it? That is pretty heartwarming. Yeah,
pretty much. And
you're going to see me cry now.
that was my aim for it. Like,
you were getting there. You're starting to look at that last week. Okay, we've got three more questions. Fine. Don't be looking at the questions, ladies. You're trying to cheat here. Biggest success so far? Kind of actually a similar question, but biggest success so far?
Still being alive.
Still being alive.
Keeping myself alive. No. Biggest success ever. Was
I actually thought that was your answer. I've got to be.
It technically is, but as in, my biggest success so far is the achievements that I'm making in poker so far, which I know I keep mentioning poker, and it's like
you've been pretty,
But it is like being consistent at what I do.
You can see a target, so you can see that you're moving forward with it.
Yeah. I think that's
biggest failure so far.
Not being where I want to be earlier.
Yeah.
As in, I could be a lot further, and that's the reason why I want to probably go back to 18 and concentrate on poker then.
Right.
But
very important to you. That's a good thing. You've got to have that kind of motivation, definitely. So that's good.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're dedicated to it. That's really, really good. Yeah, we'll see you at the top, don't we? So the final question, and this kind of goes with your fear. What would you want on your tombstone? What would you want on your tombstone?
I actually thought about this before.
Oh my god!
But I don't know. I don't know if it's changed for now because this was literally like 6-7 years ago. When I thought about this.
You give us two answers. It's fine. You can.
About 6-7 years ago, it was probably like it was related to what I said before, like nice guy. Like that's all I wanted on my that's all I wanted on my tombstone.
You just wanted, Well, we'd definitely chip in for that.
What?
I'd get me chisel out. I'd just chisel it out for you. It's fine.
What, just chip in for like N?
Yeah.
Like,
N.
there's your N.
Yeah.
Can't afford the rest.
Yeah, that's it.
I think now, it would probably. I would hope it would have something like dedicated father or dedicated grandfather and stuff like that. Because I do want a family at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like in relation to that.
Yeah. What in relation to?
So it would be like nice guy, opening at the top, and then dedicated father, grandfather, blah blah blah.
So you are thinking about having kids at some point?
Yeah, well, at some point, yeah. I'm not in any rush.
Good.
To be honest, but I'm hoping to have a family at some point.
That's good. Is there anything you want to kind of promote, or do you want to say something to somebody before we go? Is there anybody you want to say hi to?
Well, just promoting my YouTube channel, which doesn't have much on it at the minute, but Jammy Fat Gigs, which is...
Oh, you've got this up and running then?
Yeah, it's up. It's just there's hardly anything on it at the minute, but I'm hoping to contribute towards that.
What was this channel going to be for? What's your YouTube channel?
That's for my poker journey.
Oh, so we're going to be... so we can actually... people who watch can actually follow your poker journey on your YouTube channel, and it's Jammy Fat Gigs.
Jammy Fat Gigs.
Yeah, it's to be honest, he's been exercising a lot recently, recent years, so he's kind of not so Jammy Fat Gigs anymore. But that's good. I like that. That rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's just a nickname that I got from
Jammy Fat Gigs
from a few years ago when we was playing poker.
Keep being Jammy, and you'll get success at the poker. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's it. But thank you for coming in.
That's all right,
Stephen. You're an absolute awesome guy. I'll normally call you Stephen when you're in trouble, but this time. So, Stephen Emery, a.k.a. Jammy Fat Gigs. Guys, fairly new YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the conversation today that we had. There will be more coming. If you've got any suggestions, please let us know. If you are subscribing, and hopefully you are, don't forget to hit the notification button. And if you like the video, hit the like button for sure. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. We want to know what you think. And any comments, and none of them will be deleted, unless they're really extreme, of course, so be careful. But none of the comments will be deleted, so if you've got anything to say, please say it. Like I said before, any suggestions. Hopefully we'll have some new videos for you soon. We are going to keep updating the channel every week with a new person doing new interviews. Giggsy, the very first one, very good. Very proud of you, by the way, Giggs, getting through it. And hopefully we'll speak to you guys very soon.
Well done to you.
Thank you very much.